today is a reaffirmation of our commitment to these ideals. Excellencies, as I speak, a dream to save the succeeding generations from the scourge of war has never been more distant. From occupied Jammu and Kashmir to the occupied Palestinian territories, these long-standing disputes and situations of foreign occupation continue to pose a threat to regional and international peace and security. Excellencies, forces of populism, ultra-nationalism, and unilateralism are on the march. Conflict and divisive rhetoric dominate the headlines instead of dialogue and mediation. The purposes and the principles of the UN Charter, as well as fundamental tenets of international law, are being violated with impunity by some who are willing to sacrifice international peace at the altar of their narrow electoral gains and hegemonic regional ambitions. Excellencies, lastly, we have seen grave crisis due to blatant disregard for diplomacy, international law, and mediation. Our eastern neighbors' recent unprovoked and unjustified military aggression in blatant violation of international law represented a serious threat to regional and international peace and security. Excellencies, by holding the international treaties such as International Water Treaty of 1960 in abeyance, by violating international human rights laws and humanitarian norms, new and dangerous precedents are being set. These unjustified acts of aggression were carried out in complete disregard of calls by the international community to exercise restraint and to take steps towards de-escalation. Excellencies, as the creation of this organization shows, the international community will never consider violations of the UN Charter and the arbitrary use of force as normal behavior. The unresolved Jammu and Kashmir dispute remains the primary source of conflict in South Asia. There is an urgent need resolution of this long-standing dispute in accordance with UN Security Council resolutions and the aspirations of the Kashmiri people. Excellencies, as we gather here, we must recognize the new and emerging challenges that transcend geopolitical, transnational, and technological frameworks. Addressing these cross-cutting challenges requires a fresh impetus. In this regard, the Global Security Initiative put forward by Excellency President Xi Jinping offers a unique value in reinforcing the UN-centric peace and security architecture. Excellencies, GSI's emphasis on win-win cooperation, indivisible security, respect for sovereignty, and dialogue over confrontation mirrors many of the values that drive the establishment of IOMED. As a country with the strategic partnership and all-weather friendship with China, Pakistan values China's steadfast support for multilateral efforts which aim to bridge East and West and North and South, bringing together developed and developing countries to foster a global community with a shared futures. Excellencies, Pakistan and China have always shared the view that multilateralism is the centerpiece for international peace, stability, and development. The creation of IOMED today reaffirms this ideal, offering new opportunities and fresh hopes to build a more inclusive, more just, and more equitable world. Pakistan will continue to be an active voice in this noble mission. Through our presence, we will bring to IOMED not just a rich diplomatic experience, but also our unflinching commitment to dialogue, justice, and fair play. Excellencies, let me commit to empower this organization, allowing it to fulfill its potential in the service of peace, equity, and justice. I thank you all.
नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसहाक डार हांगकांग में तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे। इस मौके पर उन्होंने कहा कि चीन को तकरीब की मेज़बानी करने पर दिली मुबारकबाद पेश करते हैं। नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसहाक डार की जानिब से हांगकांग में तकरीब से खिताब किया गया। उन्होंने कहा कि चीन को तकरीब की मेज़बानी करने पर दिली मुबारकबाद पेश करते हैं और IMID के मुश्तरका तसव्वुर को हकीकत में तब्दील करने पर चीनी क़यादत के मशकूर हैं। और अब आपको बताएंगे पाकिस्तान क्रिप्टो काउंसिल का एक आला सतह इजलास 2 जून बरोज़ पीर को तलब कर लिया।